Just Revere Sky. So I'm running hot water right now. It won't be that hot when I get done, but I'm about to fill this pot up with half a thing of hot water because I'm going to blanch these, shock them in the hot water, and then I'm going to take them out, fricassee them with a little onion or whatever, and garlic or whatever, alkaline greens, totally medicinal. This is dandelion greens and roots, but I'm saving the roots for medicinal purpose. I'm gonna put them in smoothies, so I got to pick through this and wash them out. But here's the hot water. 1 second. So the hot water is on. I'm filling this up because as I rinse these off, I'm gonna wash them like 3 times. They have a lot of dirt on them, which I want the dirt too, because the dirt is the vitamin B's, natural vitamin B's from compost, from the earth, from the soil, the melanin, everything you can name. So I picked out my dandelion greens. I got my roots. I'm gonna wash them out next, but I don't want them to soak in water. A lot of people want them to absorb more water to take out some of the medicinal properties, but that's the whole reason for having it, you know what I mean? So yeah, so this is cold water. And you know, they've already been rinsed off, hand-picked, one by one. And these red stems, that's the red vein with hair on it. That's good for you, okay? That's good for you. Look at all these greens. But it's just gonna wilt down to nothing, okay? It's gonna wilt down to nothing. And they smell very earthy because they out there with the compost. They out there with wilting leaves and everything, so the soil is moist. So these smell like the earth, iron, matter. They smell like plant matter, okay? So they're very earthy, they're very rustic, okay? So I'm just gonna strain them and drop them in the hot water, and I'll be right back. So I pre-washed them twice, hand-picked them, and this is the old dirty water. You can see the grit down in there and stuff. And I'm just gonna rinse them one more time and let them, while I take them over there to the hot water, they'll be coming out of water, into water. Big old pot, big pot. They probably wilt down to half a pot. But I really want to make sure there's not too much sand on them. They've already absorbed enough B vitamins from the soil. So we don't really too much have to eat the dirt and the sand to actually process them. Like me, I'll just go out there and pluck them and eat them and get my B vitamins, because I know I'm plant matter. I know I come from earth. So my physical vessel, my flesh comes from the earth. So just rinse them one last time, so when I pull them out and put them into the hot boiling water, they'll be ready to go. And they're only gonna be in the hot water for a second, so be right back. Cooking on the stove, so be patient with me. At least I got a family that don't mind me bringing weeds in the house, okay? So just have them, dropping them in the hot water. Dropping them in the hot water. It's a lot of greens. It's about 8 full bundles, over large, oversized bundles. Dropping them in the hot water. Dropping them in the hot water. Now they cut this out. We're about to have an open kitchen. And since it's not ready yet, I'm like, I don't want to like show it, but they cut all of this wall out because they want to see through. They want an open kitchen. So if anybody's cooking in the kitchen, you can see what they're doing and stuff, like an open kitchen. And they haven't finished it yet, okay? So I'm going to put some salt in this water, and I'm going to stir them up for about, let's say, until they wilt, till they change color. And then I'm going to take them out, and we're gonna fricassee them, okay? I'll be back. So I put the coarse sea salt. It's coarse sea salt. And see how they wilted down? Already nothing. So I'm gonna let them wilt about 5 minutes. And then fricassee, I still got a little root in there. I'll get it out. That's not, yeah, that, I don't know. No, that's not even it. That's something else. So that's another thing you got to be very careful about. That you make sure you're getting all of one plant, or you have to be able to know how to identify the other plant. But this is a learning experience, and I'm not ashamed to go through the process, okay? Very proud of it. Okay, so now I'm going to let this sit for 5 minutes while I go wash these roots. Oops, actually they'll re-root, but I want this root. This root costs a lot of money, okay? So each day I'm gonna put a root in a smoothie. This is how you shake the dirt off of it. You go back and forth. You spray it. Go round and round. Round and round. Okay? Some of it is just the color. And of course you want to cut the head off, but I want them to stay as live as much as possible. I want them to stay live as much as possible, so I'm leaving that on. See this one? You can re-root it and it'll start back growing. Look at these big roots. What, it costs like $20 a bottle for dandelion root? Dandelion root costs about $30 a pound if you get it at the right place. I done made me $30 today off nature. That one's still too dirty. You get what I'm saying? Good for your blood, get infection out you, clean out your liver, clean out your blood, toxins and metals. That's correct. And when you dig up dandelion root, put the seeds back down where you dig it up. And then of course you want to pre-clean them right before you use it. And I cut this part off. But I want to leave it on there so the root will still have some form of life until I use it, okay? You can boil this, but why boil it? It all depends on how bitter it is. These are not bitter. Which bitter herbs are for the, bitter herbs are for the liver, to clean out the liver, to clean out the kidneys and stuff, okay? But for some reason, these in this habitat are not that bitter, but they're still for the liver though, okay? Sweet herbs, I forget what sweet herbs are for. Yeah, so I got my roots. I got around about 6 to 8 bunches, so. Look at this big root. Look at that big root. And people buying the stuff that's been irradiated and pharmaceutical through the company when you can go in your own backyard. Okay. That's good enough, and I just detail clean it when I get to use it. Yes, you have to use a lot of water in this process, but it's free, you know. You're using about $1 worth of water. It's free though. Your greens, you got your greens for free. Okay, so look at all the dirt and stuff. It's work, isn't it? But it's naturalness, it's life, it's sun food. Okay, it's medicinal. To a boil, they look beautiful, don't they? So I'm about to scoop them out. So remember, I let the water wash them, let the water come to a boil. Put sea salt, coarse sea salt in there. Okay, we don't want the foam. Get them out. Yeah, these pans need a scuffing. but they're not mine, so it is what it is. I'm not complaining. You don't have to have the best to eat right. Okay. See? Got a plate of greens here. Still got some vines in there. I'll be right back. Next time, you see the liquor from the things? This is colored water. Next time I will not put salt in this for the simple reason I want to be able to drink it because it's medicinal. It comes from the dandelion greens and it's medicinal, and it would have cleaned me out. And I put that salt in. I might still taste a little bit of it. But here we go, the beautiful greens. All those bunches, all that work came down to about 4 servings once I chop them up and fricassee them. About 4 small servings, like you would serve like your main aunt, you know. Otherwise it would be like, if you're just gonna eat greens, this is perfect. This is definitely perfect, okay? People say don't eat that many dandelion greens. They don't really bother me. So I just wanted to show you the magic. And again, this is the pot liquor, and it still could be drank, but I put the salt in it. So now that I put the salt in, I'm thinking about it like, dang, I could have let this cool down and drank it and flushed my whole system out, okay? But I might still try it, but I'm gonna wait till it cools down and try it. So I'm gonna taste one for you. Yeah. Tender, good. Oh, they taste kind of like mustard greens, turnips. They got a little bitterness to them. Yeah, that one got a little bitterness to them. They're good. Okay. You can eat them just like this, but they do have that turnip root aftertaste. Okay, so they are a bit bitter. Okay, so I'll be back. Making mesa patties. While this gets hot, cook the water out of it so I can have my onions and garlic going. I'll be right back. The mesa patties. I don't know if mesa is 100% vegan or not, but you know, this is what they come out to. Mesa flour, corn flour. Ouch! And so, got my corn patties, just water, salt, and ginger. And I'm stirring this. Since the greens are indeed, they taste like turnips a little, I'm gonna add a little brown sugar to it with a little water and caramelize the celery, garlic, onions, okay? So, and I'll be right back. Finished the dandelion greens, sauteed them with a little oil and a little brown sugar, only because they were bitter. They're definitely like turnip roots, and they're wild, so I'm just trying to mask the flavor just a little bit. And I have the bread to go along with them. And it's very simple. It took me about 2 hours. Dig it, wash it, cut it up, cook it. And I'm going to post the whole procedure as I'm doing now. And hopefully, you know, somebody go try it themselves. You know, this was about 6 to 8 bundles of dandelion greens. Dandelion greens and cornbread.